geographically figure it out. And I discovered that it's one stop by boat. This is different than the NC10 because it has a different processor. Alright, this is the NC10 specs. You'll see the biggest difference here. It's the size of the trackpad. And this N120 also has built-in speakers around the side. So here's the NC10 on top. We can definitely see that the N120 is a few millimeters smaller than the NC10, and height-wise, we're looking at about a 4 millimeter difference. So I found these little Wi-Fi detectors. They're 250 baht, so that's well under $10. That's what, around 7. So very neat for if you want to detect Wi-Fi without turning on your phone to look for it, or if you just don't want to open up your netbook. So very neat, 250 baht. The Sony Vaio W is everywhere in Thailand. The marketing and distribution of this netbook are extremely aggressive. It does come with a really great display of 1366 by 768, but you are going to eat through that 3-cell battery in about 2.5 hours. Great mouse pad set off to the left with a nice aesthetic detail on the finish. The keyboard, exactly what you would expect from Sony, amazing build quality. And it also does come with a 160 gig hard drive and 1 gig of RAM. If you look around the sides, it comes with all the standard netbook ports, Kensington lock, Ethernet, 2 USBs. Around the front, we're going to have a power, your hard wireless on and off, and then we're also going to see your memory stick duo and 4-in-1 card reader. Around the other side, we have your headphone, microphone, VGA, and PSU. So after you get out of the main area, there's these back areas around here that are just kind of full of all of these little shops. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. So here we have the two Kajinshas, the 7-inch and the 8.9-inch. The SX, which is the 8.9-inch, comes with the Intel Atom Z520 processor. It's got 1 gig of RAM and a 120 gig hard disk. Keyboard is not at all that exciting to me. It's pretty small. Keys are pretty small. Different size shift keys as well, that's interesting. So it's got a high resolution of 1280 by 768. It is swivel. Ports, we have a DVD on the side, 2 USBs, there's your SD card reader right there. There's your micro SD. So here I am on the second floor. I'm slightly overwhelmed. I don't know if I can get asked for any more pirated software, or they're really aggressive with selling of the movies. Yeah, there's tons of Sony Vaio Ws everywhere. But with 2.5 hours of battery life, I'm not really sure who would want it. Although great screen resolution for those 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna head up to the third floor, see what I can find up there. Here we have the Embryo 10.2-inch mini notebook. It has a VSC7M processor at 1.6 gigahertz. Pretty decent sized keyboard, pretty good responsiveness. At the top there we have a quick start, power on, and a hotkey for the internet. At the top we've got a 1.3 megapixel camera. There's a microphone up there, and there appears to be a second microphone down here. Along the side, we've got the VGA, there's the PSU, and 2 USBs. Along the front, we've got some status LEDs along with a 3-in-1 card reader, microphone, and headphone jacks. Around the other side, we've got the fan, the Ethernet, and another USB. If we take a look, thickness is actually not too bad. I think it's around 32 millimeters, 32. Great brushed nickel kind of aluminum type finish. On the back you can see a 3-cell battery, and I think it's going to be about 2.5 hours of battery life. If you take a look, you can actually swap out the 80 gig hard drive there quite easily, and that's a SATA hard drive, and there's for upgrading your memory. God, look at all this computer crap, all for like, I don't know, most of it starts at around 100 baht. And just keeps on going and going and going. Here we have the Fujitsu M2010. It's got an average size mouse pad, nothing impressive. The keyboard, also fairly standard. And it's got the shift key on the outside, which really doesn't impress me. There we've got some status LEDs, and it does have a 1.3 megapixel webcam. Going around the side, we've got the PSU. There's the VGA, USB, it does come with Bluetooth. Around the other side, we've got 2 USBs, your card reader, your headphone and microphone jack. There's an Ethernet port and your Kensington lock. This does come with an N280 1.66 gigahertz processor, and it's 1 kilogram, which makes it pretty light. Alright guys, so I've managed to get myself lost here in the computer market. And so for the price of this, for $2.50, which I'm going to send to my cousin so she can talk to me on Skype, I managed to get directions out and back into the main area. So let's see how it goes for my wonderful purchase of $2.50 for a webcam with a microphone that I'm going to give to my cousin. As you can see, it's got a medium-sized tripod with extremely large mouse buttons. It's got an Intel Atom N270 processor with an Intel 945 GST Express chipset. It's an 8.9-inch, 1.5 kilo with a 4-cell lithium-ion battery. It's also got a 1024 by 600 screen resolution. Up at the top, you can see we've got some status LEDs. Here around the side, you can see it's got the USB, the headphone and audio jacks, and a fan. Around the front, we've got nothing, except for some built-in speakers. Around the other side, we've got the USB 2.0. That gray plastic cover there is for a 4-in-1 card reader. We also have got the Ethernet, the PSU, and the Kensington key lock. The thing that I like the most about the Ecobook is that it has a leather handle glued onto the outside. I have never seen a netbook that has a built-in carrier like this. So it was daytime when I went into the computer market. Now it's full-on evening. I think I spent about 4 hours in the computer market. What do I have to show for it? I am now using, for the very first time, a wide-angle lens. So, I purchased some AV equipment, so hopefully IFA will be a wondrous and enjoyable occasion for all of you with my new camera equipment. UV filter, extra battery, ooh, so exciting. I did not buy any new netbooks, however, but we did find a couple of cool ones. I'm Nicole from Netbook News, done with the Pantip computer market.